Hello and welcome to this sacred space where we are now in a new setting. Welcome. In today's reading, you will get some information about what you need to know about the month of June and Cancer season. It has been coming up a lot lately, so there's definitely something there that you need to be prepared for, aware of, something like that. So let's dig into that. We will have 4 messages here today. I will begin by setting an intention as usual. If you want to skip ahead to the reading itself, you can choose from the timestamps down below. But let's begin. Connecting in. I'm connecting with my sacred self and the wisdom of my sacred self through all existing lifetimes. Both the past, the present, and the future are coming together in this now moment. Connecting deeper into the energy of Kalima, asking her to channel through me, for me to embody her energies. Connecting in with my spirit guides, activating and raising my inner fire in order to ignite your flame and passion to transform and change your life to the better. Calling forth Gere and Freke to guard and protect this space and to only allow in those energies that Makali deem fit. Calling forth Hugin and Munin to act as messengers between the spirit guides of this community and Makali. Entering into Mimir's well to access wisdom, knowledge and insights from other realms, as well as from my own subconscious terrain and ancestry line. I set the intention to give you clarity and wisdom, and that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, compassionate way. I pray that these messages will be for the highest good of all beings and earth in its entirety. Let it be so. Thank you. Let's begin the readings. Message number 1. Let's see. What is it that you most need to know about Cancer season for you and your life? We are working with the Marianne Tarot. What is it that this group of people most need to know about the month of June and Cancer season? Ace of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups. You will have this turnover in your mind, in your thought processes, in your perception about something. Something, it will turn like 180 degrees in your mind. How you are thinking or approaching something. It will be quite a revelation and a turnaround, but for the better. I do feel a sense of relief coming in together with this turnaround, and I'm wondering why do you need to know this now? Let's take a look at the bottom. 8 of Swords. So currently perhaps you are in a situation where you do feel confined, restricted or stuck, and you don't know your way around this or out of this. And so when you hit June, when you come to Cancer season, there will be revelations here that changes things for you. And it is not necessarily It's predominantly in your head, in your mind, how you think about things or how you perceive things or how you experience yourself, your situation. And so until then, hang in there. Hang in there. Because I do feel the sense of you will not quite reach the clarity until then. And you are being given this message so that you do not give up hope of change coming to you in the form of an epiphany that would change things for you. But it will be a bit delayed. So this is why you need to know this now. So I do feel also a very strong message of sit still in the boat. I don't know if that's a saying that you have in America or England or whatever, but just keep up with your plans. Don't change up your plans out of desperation is a very, very strong message coming through. Just keep at it. Do what you're doing. Keep to your plans. Stick with your plan. And do not do anything hasty or impulsive when it comes to big life decisions. And that is the message for today. And so thank you for connecting in to this message, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Message number 2. Let's see what we have for you. I do feel that there is a potential of some of you coming here for after the first message, not being quite satisfied with that one. Some of you. So what is it? Because perhaps there is a situation where a choice needs to be made now. If you come from that reading, you will understand. I do also feel a connection to the 4th message. Did I say that we are connecting with Marielle? Not sure. So what is it that this group of people most need to know about June and Cancer season in particular? Oh, I do feel like very, very much resistance. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Or there's something here. A very edgy energy. The World. 8 of Cups in reverse. So there is a sort of completion here, because we do have the World. Oftentimes when we are dealing with endings, we can see the Death card showing up. So this is different. The difference is more so this be the focus on completion, completing something. Perhaps completing a project or finishing school, something. There's something about wrapping things up. and moving to the next stage. Perhaps you are getting promoted, or perhaps you are going to the next step with a partner or with a friendship. There's something about completion and moving up, or using that completion as a leverage to the next experience. So there are experiences hooking into each other. So a perfect example of that will be finishing school and then starting to work in that field that you have studied in. So that's an example. But this can relate to anything in your life, really, where you are completing something, perhaps a karmic lesson in a relationship or something like that. And the hesitation, the resistance is not feeling if you can handle this, if you are ready, or fear of what will happen, if it will become a sour situation. It will be different here, but depending on what sort of situation applies to you. But there is worry. There's worry, essentially. So take a look. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Wow, I can't talk today. 4 of Wands. And so what you need to know is that this is a cause for celebration. When we are connecting with the traditional Waite-Smith tarot deck, this is the meaning of the 4 of Wands, and I do feel a connection with that, even though I'm working with the Mary L. So there is cause for celebration with this next step and this next level that you're taking with the experience that you're having. And it's natural to be fearful because you are moving into unknown territory. And perhaps there will be challenges, but nothing that you cannot overcome or learn from or be grateful about further down the road. But overall, it will be a very satisfying experience. It will be a very satisfying experience and something to celebrate. A sense of achievement as well, and accomplishment. And so there's satisfaction in there. And this will fuel you further down the road. This will give you a stronger sense of meaning or purpose with this situation, because you're building on this experience and moving deeper into that. And your guides just want to affirm to you that you are on the right track, you're on the right path, and we are supporting this choice for you. And it is something to be celebrated. And why you are being given this message now is so that you can feel a sense of calm and ease. Until you reach this level of completion and it's time for the next phase of this experience, so that you don't use all of your time worrying about this. And Makali is saying that that is all for this message. Thank you so very much for connecting in, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Message number 3. Let's see. What is it that you most need to know about June? More specifically, Cancer season. I do feel a bit of excitement connecting in to this message. jumping up and down with your hands like this. That's what I'm feeling. And also at the same time expecting disappointment or failure with something. And there's a middle path to take here. What is it that this group of people most need to know about June, and quite specifically Cancer season? Ten of Cups, Seven of Discs in reverse, Two of Discs. Let's see. It's a timeline. It usually is when I draw 3 cards. So this is a timeline. The Ten of Cups is late April. The Seven of Discs, this is interesting. The Seven of Discs in reverse, they're saying is the middle of May, which is interesting because this card denotes that period as well. Very cool. And the Two of Discs is speaking about more so the beginning of June to the middle of June. So this timeline is leading up to this point. And the sort of conclusion, let's get to that later. So at the end of April, more so at the end, like from the 17th of April or so, there's a sense of coming home and feeling of belonging. And it is also striking you in a way because you haven't connected that deep with your emotions in a while. Or I do feel that you are opening yourself up to vulnerability in a very profound way that perhaps have you a bit startled. So there's something in your experience where you are really softening. You feel safe and you allow yourself to soften and to feel your heartbeat and connect deeper into your emotions, to love and gratitude, for love towards people around you, and really embracing that feeling of belonging. Some of you have craved that for the entirety of your life, and now you're coming home, essentially. So it's really a card or the essence of finding your soul tribe in a way. And you don't even have to have common interests, but it's just a feeling of belonging, that you belong together. And that can be found in the most unexpected of places. Now in the middle card of the Seven of Discs in reverse, denoting the period of the sort of middle of May, 4th of May to the 22nd of May, sort of there somewhere. I'm being given dates here. This is the end of the honeymoon phase, where you are waking up from this Ten of Cups experience to not necessarily a harsh reality, but a more so a very sober reality. It doesn't mean that you are being hurt, but that initial experience of coming home has become normalcy. And so it's a good thing. That's what you need to remember here. That's a good thing. You don't have to search for your people anymore, or feel that sense of restlessness, or looking for belonging because you have already arrived. Now it's time for the next phase, the next step. And so that experience is waning, although you will still have that sense of belonging. It's just the shimmer and glimmer will fade a bit, if you understand. And you are waking up to reality. And there's something that you need to get going with. You have this sudden realization that, oh my God, I have to work on this, or be more diligent or disciplined with this. And for you, it will feel like you have missed time or missed opportunity because you were in this honeymoon phase of feeling really good. But what you need to remember here is that all is as it should be. This is just a feeling that you will have. It's not necessarily truth. You have plenty of time, is what I'm hearing. But there is something that catches your attention, you wishing to perhaps go back in time, focusing more on the work strategy, your project, something that you want to build on or create or something. But they're saying don't regret the time spent in here, because that is very important and valuable to your heart. Very, very healing and very important, because it prepares you. It prepares you for the coming experiences, and it gives you a solid ground and a solid foundation. And so then we have the Two of Pentacles, and there's something about in between here. That's a bit shaky and rough. The experience in between here. It could be because time is catching up on you, but you were never supposed to do things differently anyhow. But you could experience it as a bit rough, because time, you have to be moving more quickly here. Speed up a bit. And there's something about making coins or something. Making that coin. So this feels very strongly to me as you turning perhaps a side hobby or interest into something that looks a bit more like work or business, and you shifting into more serious mode when you head up to this phase. And what they're saying that here, what's really, really important to remember here at this stage, and we are speaking about June, like 2nd June to 14th of June, 20th of June, somewhere along those lines. Here it is important that you take short breaks and that you do not fall back on old habits, distractions, but that you keep to your plan, but also considering your health. So this is where breaks come in. It doesn't mean distracting yourself, but taking short breaks and to catch your breath a bit. But don't fall into old habits and old ways of doing things, sort of kick back. You need to be keeping up the momentum here. And then you arrive at the Page of Wands at the end of June, beginning Cancer season. If you have applied yourself here in this sort of fashion, you will have a very good start, beginning. Pages are about starts and beginnings. And this Page of Wands is very dedicated to cause, to purpose, to intention. And she's fueled by her fiery passion. And so you're laying the groundwork for this to happen, where in Cancer season there will be a bit more ability to coast, not relax and rest entirely, but more so a bit of more coasting, if you catch my drift. Not this pushing, but a bit more coasting. And Makali is saying that that is all for this message. Thank you so very much for connecting in, and I do hope to see you next time. Bye. Message number 4. I do feel that this message will be short and simple. And Makali is coming through to just say to relax, have a good time, enjoy what is. Perhaps even connecting in with lavender for relaxation. I don't feel like this is a message to discipline you into rest, or that you're overburdened or something. It's just relax, have fun, enjoy. You deserve it. Have a good time. So let's see. What is it that this group most need to know about June, and specifically Cancer season? So does that message apply to now or Cancer season, or up until Cancer season? So she's saying now, right now. Have fun, relax, coast a bit, take it easy. And she's showing me sort of the intensity of life will increase. So this is your chance, and this is your time to slow down and take it a bit chill. Because when summer comes here in the northern hemisphere, things will be turned up, essentially. You have the Lovers in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the message here is simple. Don't jump into things prematurely here, because you may very well be in a situation right now where not much is happening. And it's supposed to be that way, because much will be happening further down the road when we come to the end of April and June, May and June. And so this is your chance to take it a bit more easy. So don't push things right now. Don't make things happen that aren't supposed to happen right now. And keep it as a sort of mantra to yourself in your mind to help you relax, take it easy, enjoy. I will have plenty of work to do later, but for now I will relax, take it easy, and enjoy life. At the bottom of the deck we have the Devil. So I do feel that this applies in sort of two different ways. One way is to actually give in a bit more to your pleasures and to your senses, and to what gives you earthly satisfaction. And the other message is that we can become slaves to work and doing things and planning and pushing things, being busy essentially. So don't do that. Relax, enjoy, and have a nice time. And Makali is saying that that is all for your message today. Thank you so very much for connecting in, and I do hope to see you next time. Bye.